So that's why that seal should be in the place. There's one bolt under this. We have here this Grand Boss old pyjamas trousers. I'm from Finland. Volkswagen Caravelle Syncro.
I am Sami and I want to be Overlander. It is my ego.
So I have the heater core here. This was my van original, made in West Germany. And this time they still say West Germany, it's already one country. But this one is the copy one. I buy �𝐼𝐒 because I think this brand could be some kind of premium brand, and in the website they say this is the premium quality, not the low quality, not the medium, but the premium. But here is stamp made in China, so this is very lightweight anyway, so the �𝐼𝐒 could be made in China. This is very lightweight. The original one is double filled than the copy one. So this could be the reason. Sometimes I listen you guys say your heater, it's not blowing so hot air. If the heater is not filled with these rivets, so then it just blow the air straight through and not produce heat as the original one. But I think I need to install this anyway. I'm not going to change this and check is there any difference, because I think everything is same style. There was the price varies from extremely cheap, from 12 euros to 27 euros. This was the most, I think, the expensive one which I buy. But I see one website, perhaps they got some original left. That was over 100 euros, 120 euros or something. So I think that's the way over if you think the aftermarket parts could be only 20 euros about. So, but now we are going to fit this together. And there is this kind of seal here, which is not come with the new one. New one comes only with the one seal, and this one goes around the heater core here. And you'll be very careful with those flaps inside there, because they are very brittle. I broke a little bit one flap, and I super glue there a little bit foam, so I think now it's fine. So if this end seal is not in the place, it could blow air from the hole there and down. You see there is a huge gap, so that's why there is this edge seal. So if there is not this seal in the place, it's going to blow from the left side and right side and down. So that's why that seal should be in the place all the way around. I have a lot of work with the cables here, but I want to install first the heater core, then I can start to assembling anything around it. So my insulations are in the place, and I took it off before when there was lots of parts, but now I just put the heater core here because it was so tiny place to take it off. I'm not sure what way it's supposed to go in the place. If you have window in the place, I don't know how this is possible. Yeah, now it's short from the place. But this cables really block, really block. Yeah, I see. If I install this piece there with the clips, that means I need to install this first, because this one is behind there. This goes direct to the firewall, so I need to making sealings here. I don't remember really what was here. Perhaps nothing, but I have this non very sticky butyl sealant, so I'm going to put this one to this groove, so when I put this together it seals complete. This never dries, so you are able to open it later. Anyway, sealing here so you can be sure there's no air leaks. I'm ordering new resistor, I'm waiting it. I want to see how it goes. So it goes properly to the groove. Not drop it. Yeah, it feels quite okay. Yeah, it's gonna seal very nice. Yeah, and the last one. Yeah. And there is the same thing in this edge. It was seamed only the lower part, so I'm going to use this butyl rubber. I'm going to put in the groove there, and then I put those clips on. And I'm almost forgot this end seal which goes to the firewall, but this is, I need to make a mirror. I could not cut it like this, so let's try again. Perhaps the original material was more thicker than this, but I think this is just fine. It seals the air. This is so sticky material. It's not very nice, but it's definitely going to working. Then we try to put this butyl to the groove of the. There's not need to have a much really, just a very thin layer. So the any moist what have in a canal goes out from the draining hole. Not the complete circle, it was only down here. Life is not easy. If you have a T4 if you have a windshield, then you could think, is it hard? And everything scrapes around. Have cables and wires. Yeah, like that. I need to get the clip, couple of clips, then it starts to go. Then it starts to go, because I don't want to open it many times like this, because it could flip off the. Which way this one are going to install? If opens many times, then the sealant could drop wrong way, drop off. it's not drop off anymore. Is this the last clip? So then I didn't lose one clip. Then we have to do this one duct here. So I can put the one screw there. So this style duct, which controls the airflow to the windscreen, and this goes top of that air duct, and it's attached by the screws. So, and I have this kind of material. You could squeeze it almost to zero, and it's very soft. So it was this kind of seal here, original, but I'm not sure how thick it was, but it was totally rotten off, so I'm going to cut the new one. So I'm trying to cut this one. I'm not cut this material earlier, so I'm not sure I need to use scissors, or perhaps this is too thick. No, it's possible. Obviously it's so thick, so if you clean your scissors, then you don't get the direct cut. And this material is quite expensive. The full arc, which is 2.5 meters to 1.2 meter perhaps, it was 300 euros. So, but I'm lucky I get this piece. Perhaps this needs to cut with the hot wire or something. I don't have that kind of system. So I'll show you what's the purpose of this. When you put the dash on, it seals this piece here. And you see there is not any another ways to seal it than this foam. Take it. Just goes over the edge. Let's check everything and then put this on the place. In the firewall it should be like this. Then I'm going to put the bolts on that side. There's one bolt under this heatsink insulator. I'm not want to take it off all the way, and I don't want to ruin it also. So this one is a very tricky bolt to put it on the place. I don't know how you could do it if you have an engine in the place. Perhaps it's easier if you cut a small hole here. And don't forget to put those holes in the place. So I just took off 2 of these clips from the heat shield, and you can tightening those just by with your hand, and it's stay there as it should be. And the bolt is behind here, so it's possible you just cut it off the hole here. So this is the one place where you can see if your van heater core is changed. This was my original interior air intake channel, which connects to some kind of duct in the hood, under the hood. But now I have this pollen filter housing and the rest of the parts, so I could use this one. And I'm already tried, it's not a problem to fit in this car. And this one, there's no problem with the hood hinge, because there is no this kind of scissor system. I heard someone who have this automatic, they have to bend it a little bit, but this one not have that. So here is no problem with this filter housing. So this one is just fine. And this vacuum hose, which controls this inside cabin air recycle valve. So don't forget to put this hose here. It goes here where is this heater core, and put it here. It's almost impossible fit it here later. So, and the firewall side goes up out from here. So, and this side window vents are ducts are like this, and we have here this grandpa's old pyjamas trousers sleeves, and which we already cleaned with the washing machine, but there is some stains, but never mind. These are just fine. You can borrow your grandpa trousers if you think these are not good enough. And those was just with the stable locked here in the duct, so I need to try how I can do it. They are same length, so I'm not sure which one is from which duct. So let's try to put this on. And don't use those silk pyjamas, because those can make a rattle noise here. So it needs to be this kind of, I don't know, is it frotte or what is this material? I don't know English name. But there was just like this, and then this leaf was stapled here. I'm not sure do I broke the pipe if I shoot the staple here, but let's try. And I need to turn another end, but let's see. Yeah, it's not going to. Yeah, now it's okay. So then I just turn those edges. So now it's like a factory made, and the sleeve is not going to move anywhere. So, and then the other one. So this kind, there was the original stable. It's a little bit, I missed the original hole, but it's okay now. This leaf is not going longer than this, but it was like original. Then I can use some another foam material here. There is several things which could cause you cold air in the cabin. So the center vent has only cold air, and I'll show you. This gap is almost 6 centimeters wide, and this is the duct what goes inside of that. So, and this is only about 4 centimeters. So this is quite squeezed together like this. So there is a huge gap where the cold air could blow all the time to the cabin under the dash. So it should be something like this wide, so it could seal there. So I'm not sure, perhaps I could bend some metal piece and glue it together here, or perhaps riveting it here, some thin sheet metal piece, and then put something seal here around this duct when I install this. So that's it tomorrow. Today I don't have time more. So this is the center vent channel, and you see there is a huge gap because it goes inside there and there is not any kind of insulation. So the cold air will blow inside the dash all the time, continuous. So I'm going to take off this one, and little bit reshaping this. I have this piece from the rear bumper which I cut off from the tow bar. So I'm going to plastic welding this piece here to make this edge a little bit wider. So actually I see some kind of problem there. there is this small, what is this, which pushes this in. This slot will stop this duct to going two in, and this edge is going to hold it in the place. So it goes over this edge here, this tiny fins which pointing outwards here, scraping the mark here and pushes this in. So I'm going to weld that tiny piece in here, and then I'm cut out this. I use this kind of method. I use solder and I wiping the thicker material over the thinner material, and then I'm just mixing them together. And it starts to attach. I'm going to testing this first before I'm welded more. So now the duct is in the place, and there is still huge gap, but the mouth of the duct is wider now, and in further down it's sealed because this my scraper don't go deeper. Yeah, something like this. This is not something that I know more than Volkswagen engineers how to build the heater duct, the blower duct, but it's just for the small update because parts are made so cheap, so they are not fitting 100% sometimes. And now this plastic is welded both sides, and it's quite firm here, so it keeps this duct mouth a little bit wider, and this is seals it complete. It's quite dark here because of black parts and strong sun. I'm not sure, can you see in the video, but let's fitting this duct in the place. So, and it could go to the hole anyway, and that inner part insulate material, yeah, it slops in. It goes quite nice. Yeah, it goes into the slot, it holds in the place, and now this foam will complete this gap here. I didn't turn it to the ends because they are much tighter, so it's good not fitting well if put too thick layer. So now it's much better and it's updated. Then I'm going to put this hoses where I have this grandpa trousers, and this one just slide in to the slots. And perhaps I can't do much more of this right now because I don't have a blower motor, new blower motor yet. And then I need to check all cables, they are not rattling here. These are stereo cables. I'm waiting speakers, so I could not show in this video about speakers, but I need to check this, all cables. Here are still some kind of insulate material dropping down, so I need to check all those things and tidy up cables with this soft material for anything not rattled inside the dash here. So that's the goal now.
Thank you for watching and see you in next episode.
Yeah, it's nice. Nice. And now we have a panel, heater panel light control. Light repaired. Then we can just put the knob in place. But I leave it dry now.